again, everyone. Red's back with you, doing a little bit more Resonant Rise. It's been we're a little behind schedule for our recording. We've been having some trouble. The server went down last night and didn't get it back up till this morning. So unfortunately, I lost some time there. I'm kind of don't tell them this, but I'm ducking around family right now, doing all sorts of other stuff. Got to get an episode out. So, all right, we got a lot of stuff to do. And we're gonna there's a lot that's been done just because well, there has been. You can tell right now our LP network is doing really well for itself. We're just under. I turned chat off. We're at about 800,000 in the LP network, which is good. We're gonna need that. First things first. Well, first things first is first. Right now, all my Tartarite armor's blown up. It's all dead. It's gone. It's useless. All I got is my bound boots. So you know what? It's time to finish off that armor. What do you say? We're going to grab the rest of our stuff. We're going to get to work here. And I'm going to show you how to put all the rest of that armor together. Remember, this is our soul forge. This is what we start with, okay? We're going to do legs next. So that's brick, 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 brick. Same shape it would be as if you were building it out of iron, cobalt, whatever. It doesn't matter. This is the armor pattern. You put in your weak blood socket first. You put in your master blood orb second. And then for the legs, I'm going to do the air sigil. Okay, the air sigil, if you guys will remember, I'm just moving stuff down. The air sigil gives you no fall damage. So that's in there now. A little right click. Boom! Got my pants. Where'd my pants go? I swear I saw them come out. There we go. We've been having some weird lag on the server too, and that's kind of goofing things up a little bit. All right, so boom. Boom legs. Boom. So now I should be able to fly around and not get fall damage. Let's go test it real quick. What do you say? Just to see. Oh, hey, Super Walker's just hanging out. Hi, Super. Oh, hello, lag. Like I said, we're getting some weird lagitude, but that's okay. Oh, I don't have my jetpack. I can't go flying up in the air. Or I do have it. I just didn't have it on. Man, I swear I'm having some issues. All right, so let's do this. Let's get a good old... Yep, nope, nothing. Now, is it taking LP to do that? Let's check it. I'm going to turn on chat again just for a minute. We're going to turn on chat just for a second. And we're going to check it. Okay, so we're at 807.131. Nope, didn't even take a little bit. Hot diggity. All right, that's pretty slick. I'm not going to lie to you. That's pretty awesome. All right, so no fall damage. Great. We are on our way. Let's get the rest of this put together. What do you say? God, he cracks me up. That pig is going to be the most in-shape pig in the world. He's going to be awesome. Okay, so now we got that done. Next up, we're going to go ahead and we're going to need these back out here. We're going to need this too. We are going to do the hat next. Bloop, 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 bloop. We're going to put this in there. We're going to put our master blood orb in there, and we're going to go with the divination sigil, which, if you'll remember from the last time, divination sigil gives you night vision. That's what we're going to go with, I think. So, and then, boom! God, I love that. It's so cool. Where'd you go? Hello, lag. Hello. Hello. Where'd you go? Where'd you go, hat? Dang it, where'd you go, hat? Come on. Ugh. Well, where the French toast did it go? This lag is killing me. It's killing me, Smalls. Seriously, where did it go? We're past the point of it being lag now, I think. I'm starting to get a little worried. Alright, so we're going to... Well, we need to... Yeah, because that block broke, so there... We should have our hat. That's worrisome. Well, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna hope that it shows up, but in the event that it doesn't, we're gonna knock out the floors and see if it popped somewhere where it's not supposed to go. Yep. You see it back there? Because I do. Ugh. Thank you, lag. Oh my gosh, this lag is miserable. We got to get that fixed. Anyway, nothing we can do about it right now. Something we are going to do, since apparently that happened. Ooh, you see how bright everything got? Ooh, that's nice. The little sparklies are going to get kind of annoying, though, I think. May have to make a new hat that doesn't do blue sparklies in my face. Oh, it was Leisha for some reason. I think what we'll end up doing is, I think we're going to have to fill this area in so that it doesn't pop anything out in the back towards us. Let's do that real quick. Let's go do that. Let's go do that. Just because we don't want stuff showing up back there, do we? I don't really want stuff showing up back there. I don't want to have to play the guessing game of where'd my armor go anymore. Not that we're going to be making a ton more of it, but you know what? It's all about doing it correctly. And by God, that's what we believe in. I did think of one problem with having this hat on, though. So I can't ever tell if I need to put torches up. Maybe I'll have to rethink the... Well, and I was thinking about doing a second hat anyway, a different hat anyway. I can always make more armor, right? You darn right. All right, so now we need to make our last set. Goes up top, because we're making a chest piece. Boop, 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 boop. All right, we're going to put in our weak blood shard. We're going to put in our master blood herb. We're going to put in a lava sigil. I don't want to take fire damage anymore. That's what I'm going with. I'm going with fire damage. I think that that's a good one. It seems to make most sense. There's a lot of stuff that does fire. Boom! There's our chest piece. I swear I saw it. Nope, there it is. Come here. Pick it up. You gonna keep dancing on me? Bound chest plate. Booyah! Look at that. That is one scary son of a gun. Hold on, let's get out. Let's get the sword out. Let's make it. Yeah. Why not? Who cares if it's wasting? Let's take a look at this bad monkey. Dude. I don't know about you. I do not want to run across this guy in a dark alley. Oh baby. Rawr. I'm an idiot. It's funny. All right, so now we've got our armor made. We have our armor made. This is, by the way, I think the other sigil. I'm gonna do this one on another hat, the sigil of the fast miner, mostly because I'm curious to see how fast it actually works, and because I don't want to be constantly doing these little squirrely things all over the place. I think that get kind of annoying. I don't rightly know how to turn them off though, so look at that. Night vision, boost, fire resistance, it's all rocking and rolling. Now here's the thing, if I take the hat off, oh, so fire resistance does it too. That's kind of annoying. I may see if there's a way in the configs to go ahead and... You know what? I bet you there is. Hold on. Options, video settings, particles. Does that do it? It doesn't seem... Well, it's better maybe. I don't know. No, probably not really at all, actually. Let's take a look at one other thing. We'll see if we can figure out a way to do this. Okay, hold on. Fancy max, so particles decreased, minimal. Well, let's try minimal. Ha! That did it. No particles. Okay, so particles off, and we don't have to worry about it anymore. Wow, look how bright it is. Like, we can see through the water now. Ooh, that's neat. I can see the wall of my building. I definitely like this. Whoa. Let's go take a look at the world just briefly with our new... Now, the one problem is you can't fly because I don't have my jetpack. And I didn't bring my other sigil. We're going to need to rectify that. See, when wearing... Whoa, hello. When wearing all the blood armor, I mean, you can tell... Look at my armor bar. It's full up. It's pretty badass. Pardon my French, but it is awesome stuff. Don't I have another one? I thought I had another one. Apparently I don't have an air sigil. Apparently. Because Because it wasn't in here, right? We looked and do. All right, well, let's make one up real quick since we need one, and I might as well show you how to do it. Because I don't think I've covered that before, is how to make one of these guys up. So we need an air sigil, which is this thing, which is this guy, a gas tier, feathers, and a reinforced slate. And the orb. We need that orb. This orb. Air sigil. Okay, now we got that. We can go fly around with it. It's amazing how fast it is, too. Oh, one other thing I wanted to show you. I've got this halfway automated. I'm planning on getting the rest of it done at some point, mostly because I think I just figured out how to do it before I started recording. It's going to be logistics pipes, but, well, you'll see it in here in just a second. I won't spoil it. I'll just show you. Okay, so as you know, stab, 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 fills up the altar. Great. And then we use our heal, 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 heal. And okay. Now, stone. Stone goes in there and it makes those slates, just like we were looking at for the recipe. Air sigil needs what? The reinforced stone slate, which is the second tier stone slate. Oh, it's just not showing the particles. That's right. I forgot I turned particles off. Okay, so it's cooking right now. All right, and it's gone through and it's made the tier 1. And now it's making the tier 2, which is what we needed for the air sigil, right? The answer is right. Okay, so I was trying to figure out a way to where I don't have to sit here and babysit these things as they get made. Well, long story short, I figured out the second half of the process where it's become what we want it to be, in this case, the second tier shard. And so it's got to get itself out of the blood network, because if it sits in there any longer, because this is a tier 4 altar, it's going to turn itself into a tier 3 slate and then finally a tier 4 slate. We don't want those. We want the tier 2 slates for what we're doing. So you see it right there, it turned into a tier 2 slate, and bye-bye. What I did, and I will show you just briefly, because I think it's interesting enough. It's interesting enough to warrant. Whoa. Wow. Is I went ahead and hooked in a fuzzy import bus along with a whole sling of cable that goes all the way back over to the base. And that fuzzy import bus is set to pull out. It could be a precision import bus, but I just left it fuzzy because I like fuzzy stuff. Match any reinforced slate. Move single items, always active. So now, if I choose to change that at some point in the future to be, tier 3. Oh, that's right, yes. Whoa. Whoa! Geez, that's fast. If I change it at some point in the future, then I've got that ability. But for right now, it makes the tier 2 slates. And I don't have to be here. I drop one in. Well, I do have to be here in order to make sure that there's blood and to put it in to start with. I'm going to automate the putting it in part so that I can just stand here with blood going. And my thought is to put, I don't know how I'm going to do the rest of it. I don't know if I can do the blood, if I can automate the blood into the altar thing, but I don't know. We'll play around with it. That's not something we're going to do on camera, by the way. Whole thing of tartarite. I have a truckload of the stuff, which is awesome. Ender tank, pumps it in, pumps it out, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Not important to what we're doing. So now we've got all of this blood armor, which is neat stuff. It is. It's pretty cool stuff. What are we going to do with it? What do you think we should do with it? Well, I'll tell you what I want to do with it. Okay, go ahead. Get out of here so I can put the other orb back in there. Goodbye. Thank you. That goes back in. All right, we got all this armor. It's really bad monkey. It's sweet. Oh, I was going to show you guys too the air sigil and how it works and everything. Okay, so that's closed. You basically just point the direction you want to go. Holy moly. Boom! That's how fast you move. Like, the world doesn't load fast enough. Whoa, see, I'm goofing the world up. That's what happened. Jeez. It's going to take some getting used to. That's what happens. Now, I mean, it drains blood quickly to do that. So don't fly around any more than you have to is, I think, kind of the rule. And I still got my mech pack for when I want to do more precision-based flight as opposed to just zooming all over the map like Superman's crack-addled cousin. Now, I'm going to... Oh, I wanted to show you guys something else, too. I keep getting sidetracked. That's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We got plenty of time. I wanted to go ahead and build... We're going to get started on a couple of different mob spawners. One of the guys on server asked me to put together an EXP farm mostly to see how it was done, but also so that there's an EXP farm on the server. So I'm going to be doing that, and I'm doing it a couple of different ways. This is a very basic, very sweet little setup. It's a pig spawner. How do you get a pig spawner in creative, you ask? Or not in creative, you ask? Well, the answer to that question is if you go to the Twilight Forest, the druids that live there in those little huts, if you capture their spawner with a force wrench, it turns into a pig spawner. So, bye bye, piggy. Poor Wilbur. So I captured a pig spawner. I made myself a silk touched thing. Where'd it go? Ugh, I must have put it back in my inventory. Made a silk touched excavator, which is just like the hammer. It does nine squares, 3 by 3 of dirt. And I picked up and I silk touched it so that I could pick up some dirt blocks, bring it down here because remember pigs have to spawn on dirt. So now I've got my pig spawner and my grinder is taking it and it's destroying the piggies. Sorry, Wilbur and Orville. I apologize. And what happens to it? The items go straight from the grinder into the item duct. Pump down into the ender chest. It could be any chest. I chose the ender chest because I've got other things that flood into these ender chests too. And then it goes into the fuzzy import bus, gets sent up into the ME network. So I've got pork chops for days on days. Now the other side of the equation, that's a little more interesting. I've got the grinder and it pumps, because we've got that mob essence that's in there, into this fluid import bus. I've got it set to always active, and it's moving 1,000 buckets a tick. It really doesn't need to move that much, actually, now that I think about it. I'll just set it for 250, because it's not going to be moving that much. Mobs don't create that much. So now what you get is whenever the piggies die, hold on. Hello. Okay. Whenever the piggies die, the essence, the drops go into the item duct. So I've got pork chops, and then the juice comes into here. It gets ported into the ME network. Okay, so the ME network, which, as you well know, we've added a fluid cell to it. Look at this: 3.5 buckets is 14 bytes out of the 1,024. I've got a truckload, and this is the smallest of the fluid storages. You can get a lot bigger than that, but we don't really need it for our purpose. Basically, this drive is going to be a buffer. That's all it is. It's just a buffer for the fluids. And if you want to know how to make them, I could stop clicking the wrong things. Basically, it's different than the regular cells by a significant amount. It's part of extra cells. It's not part of the original applied energistics mod pack. Excuse me. So you need your extra cell, which is an advanced processor, a fluix crystal, and fluix dust. Dust we know is the both dusts and the redstone. The fluix crystal is both crystals and a redstone. Piece of cake so far. Quartz glass is dust plus glass, and it gives you 4 of them. Fairly straightforward stuff. The Certus tanks are, again, quartz glass and ME cable. So fairly straightforward stuff. When you start looking into the bigger things, let's say, 4K fluid. Well, fluid has an L, you goober. When you start looking into it, okay, the 4K ones, okay, so it's just 3 of the small ones, the same as you build the regular cables. When you start getting into the expensive stuff, yeah, it starts racking up pretty quick, but it does follow the same pattern for how you built your regular disk drives, just for the regular old whatever, just the regular old storage drives. The method's the same, it's just slightly different ingredients. So that's really all there is to it in order to put that together, which is nice. So I did want to show you guys that, let you know that's probably going to be part of the next episode, is going to be the rest of the mob spawner, because we've got all this mob essence. We're going to create ourselves. I think we're going to do an Enderman farm. I think I'm not 100% on that sure. But we are going to generate, we're going to be generating a mob farm. And I'm actually going to build a third mob farm. The one that I'm going to build with the monster spawner, I'm going to make an EXP farm, I think. And then the other one is going to be something a little different. I'm not going to spoil that, but we're going to have a total of 3 farms in this base. We're going to have our piggy farm for essence. We're going to have something that uses that essence. And then I think we're going to do something a little different. It's going to be fun. We may have 4, because I may use the Enderman farm to pump back into the network. I don't know. We'll see. I've got another pig spawner. I may just add another pig spawner somewhere, and because I found two of those druid huts, I may do another pig spawner and do it that way. Regardless, there's gonna be an XP farm, and then there's one more mob farm that we're not going to be doing it for materials, and we're not going to be doing it for XP. I'm not going to tell you any further than that. Suffice to say that it's coming up in the next episode or two. Anyway, back to the original point of what we were going to do. I've got all this cool armor. Let's find something to do with it. Well, as it turns out, I did a little hunting. I have 3 wither skulls. I'm pretty sure that this guy wants to kill a wither. Also because killing a wither is kind of important to the next step in our mob farm. Because killing a wither will get you 2 things. It gets you a nether star, and it will get you, with a 100% drop rate, a division sigil. One of these guys. These guys always drop from the wither boss. Now, what do you use this for? It gives you this whole list of things. This strange mystical item cannot be crafted, but is found in dungeon chests or on the wither boss. However, in its raw state, it needs to be useless, or it is useless and needs to be activated. This can only be done by the ancient and strange method called the activation ritual, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going any further than that. So now you've got an activated one if you do it. Here's what you can make with it. You can make unstable ingots, you can make unstable nuggets, and that's really all you can do with it. But the unstable ingots. There's interesting things you can do with them too. You can make blocks, you can make portals to the deep dark. There's builder's wands, there's the reversing hoe, the healing axe. There's some interesting stuff. This one being one of the ones we're going to explore for sure. Deep Dark's a pretty nasty place, and I'm kind of curious to get down there and take a look at it. But the other thing that the Division Sigil does is when you actually do the activation ritual, it gives you Cursed Earth. And Cursed Earth is very cool stuff. Here is my excavator that I made, by the way. Silk Touch, Haste. Yeah. This actually has been I made this specifically for that activation ritual, but we're neither here nor there. We're not going to get into that just yet. Just suffice to say, about 4 steps down the line, there's a whole bunch of stuff that's going to come that's going to be helpful and handy as a result of us killing the Wither. So, how are we going to kill the Wither this time? Well, we're going to go ahead and trap him, I think, but we're not going to do this too cheesy. We're going to go ahead. We've got some ideas. We're going to use a mod that I've used very little of in the past, but I think fits in with how we're going to do. Oh, that's right, it changed. Reliquary. Used to be Xeno's Reliquary, now it's just Reliquary. And I'll tell you what, nothing to me, nothing seems better than this, hold on, this Blood Cowboy using one of these bad monkeys. The Hunter's Handgun for great justice. You know what? Let's do it. I've never used these things before. It says for great justice. I don't see how we can do wrong. So let's see what it takes here. Okay, it takes the hammer assembly, which is ender pearls, magma cream, iron. Fairly simple enough. Hammer assembly, which is a button, blaze rod, iron, magma cream, simple enough. And the hammer assembly, which is a magazine, magma cream. Magazines are just glass, iron, and stone. Easy enough. What am I missing? I'm missing a slime ball? Seriously? How am I missing a slime ball? I've got slime balls. Wait, what? Oh. This is what I wanted. Yeah. Huh. I wonder what the heck I clicked on. Okay. Hunter's Handgun. I've kind of cheated, made the parts already. You guys saw how to do it. It's easy enough. Hunter's Handgun for great justice. That's right. Look at that. I got my pink and black. That's awful. I think it's missing the texture, which is too bad, because that's awesome. I may see if I can get in there and retexture that thing myself. Give it some real textures, because man, it's got the shape. It's just pink. So it's apparently the hunter's Handgun for great lady justice. Ladies, the ladies hunter. The lady hunter? I don't know. Whatever. We're going with it. All right, so now what do we shoot out of this dang thing? Well, here's all the shot that goes with it. Let's look at it this way because this is easier to see. There's nothing else called shot in the game. There's a whole bunch of these. There's neutral shot. This is just the normal stuff. Your everyday bullet. There's exorcism shot. Now that's what I'm thinking we're going to use because it's highly effective against undead, and I'm pretty sure the wither counts as that. There's blaze shot, totally useless because the wither's a nether creature. That's not going to do us any good. Ender shot seeks targets, passes through anything. Might be handy. The recipe for it's a little expensive because it needs Seeker Shot. It's basically an upgraded version, and Seeker Shot takes, well, it's not too bad. It's slime balls, though, which are, I don't have a slime ball farm. So, I mean, it's not terrible. Concussive Shot, damage to a small area. Now we're starting to talk. That's blow stuff up. Buster Shot is Concussive Shot plus TNT and gunpowder. That's, I'm thinking that may be fun. Seeker Shot, we already looked at. It just seeks its targets. And then Sand Shot is basically anti-creeper stuff. Storm Shot is weird stuff. If it's raining, it does a lot more damage. And I think if you shoot it enough, it causes storms. Like, I don't know. I'm not interested in that one. I think what we're going to do, though, I think we're going to make a handful of this Exorcism Shot and a handful of the Buster Shot, which requires concussive in order to do. So, sorry about the sniffles too. I still have got that stupid cold. The exorcism shot requires normal bullets and glowing water. Glowing water is just a condensed splash serum and glowstone, which is just a vial of ordinary water, netherwort, gunpowder, and glowstone. Whew. If you want to know how to make this, by the way, since it doesn't show up in NEI, because it doesn't, it flat out doesn't show up. And it took me a while to figure it out. We'll get rid of this for just a sec. You take glass panes, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that gives you these empty vials. You just take them out, throw them in water. It doesn't need a water source block, but that's how you do it. Took me a while to figure the darn thing out. I'm not going to lie to you. That was kind of a pain in the keister. All right, so we got this. Let's make 2 of them, because this actually comes in handy for some other stuff in this mod. Okay, so now we need glowing water, which we'll do 1, 2. All right, and then we go back and we do this. Oh, helps if I'd made the regular bullets first. All right, so let's slap in some regular bullets. Hello? Why you no go in there? It's just stone, gunpowder, nuggets, and iron, right? Right. Ugh. Fine, we'll do it ourselves. Stone. Hello, stone. Good. By the way, this does not eat your nuggets. And I'll explain what I mean as we kind of put this all together here. The way that these shots and stuff work is as you fire them, you get back empty casings. Casing. There it is, right there. Empty casing. It doesn't give you a recipe because it's a result of doing this stuff, okay? Now, the empty casing, you can smelt back into 1 gold nugget. Since you use 4 gold nuggets, get 4 bullets, each casing's worth 1 nugget, you get your gold back. You're basically spending gunpowder, stone, and iron, which honestly kind of makes sense. I mean, you got to have something because it's a bullet, but at the same time, no, it actually makes sense. I have a ton of gunpowder, by the way, which is pretty neat. All right, so we're gonna make up we're gonna make up a whole slew of these because you know what? We're gonna need more nugs. Gold. There's gold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. Blip. All right, now it's there. Okay, so now we've done that. We need this, and we go this way, and we got exorcism shot 1. Oh, it gives me the vial back. Well, that's handy. And we'll go 2. Oh, I had more glowing water than I thought I did. These stack? Ooh, they sure do. All right. Now, in order to make these things fire, though, well, you know what? We'll get to that in a second. Let's do the concussive shot first. Okay, so we need 4 of those to create 4 of those to create. Yep. Okay. So now we got 1, 2. And we want the buster shot, which is this guy. Just, I don't know if I'm laggy or if, hello. Do I have any TNT made? I do. Sweet. All right, so 1, 2. All right, so now we got 8 of these buster shots, 16 of these exorcism shots. We're gonna make more than this, but this is the important stuff. This, I think that'll be enough to kill the wither. Boy, I hope it is. Otherwise, well, I'm gonna make more anyway. We're going into this thing strapped, right? Magazine. We need a magazine in order to. Wow, I don't even know what some of this stuff is. An empty magazine. That's what we're looking for. You can see these are, the rest of this stuff. A buster magazine is simply 8 buster shots and an empty magazine. Who would have thought? Here's your magazine. It's iron ingots, glass, and stone. And it gives you 5 of them. Did I make any already before I do that? Magazine. Oh, I've got 4 of them. Sweet. Okay. So now what we do is we take our magazines, we put them here, and we go there. Buster magazine. Boom. And then we go. Oh, sweet. They stack. Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, that's just fantastic. I'm going to make some more of these just because they're here, and it's really, really, NEI? Really? Iron, glass, and stone. Well, you know what? We'll just do it ourselves. We'll do it live. Do it live. Iron. Stupid cold needs to go away. Getting really tired of it. And glass. Not the clear glass, that glass. And we're going to build a bunch because these are cheap materials and NEI is being stupid. So, all right, let's go ahead and make up a few more. I was going to do a few more, probably not of the heavy stuff. I was just going to do some regular old. Ugh, it's going to be difficult again. I wonder why NEI is not working very well for that today. Usually does okay. Well, whatever. We're gonna make up a bunch of this because we can always change these into these later, should we choose to. But let's go ahead and do this. So it's nuggets, gunpowder, the same old, same old. Let's get our gold. Blip, blip, and then we need our g. And we need our Too busy to use full words, right? Then we got our stone, boop, boop. And we're going to make up, let's make up a slew of these. 28, 32. Then we need our magazines, because we want to do a little practice first. We want to make sure we know what we're doing here. Okay, so we take our magazine, we put it here, and we go boop, boop, boop-a-doop-a-doop. And we go like this, and now we have a whole bunch of ordinary bullets. Okay, we're going to move all this stuff down because whatever. All right, so now we've got 6 magazines of just neutral ammo and the hunter's handgun. I believe the way that it works. We're gonna go wander real quick, just so that we can be away from our base, because you know what they say about shooting guns in glass houses. That you shouldn't do it. All right. I think it's nighttime actually too. So this is it nighttime? It is nighttime. So we should hopefully be able to find some bad guys and do some work. Now, if you hold down right click, it should load up a magazine. It did. Whoa! And then I held it down too long and it fired a shot. But did you see it took one of the neutral magazines? I'm assuming it takes the one that's closest to it. That would make the most sense, in my opinion. Hey, here's a dryad. Sorry, dude. Huh. What was that? Weakness, night vision, mining. Oh, probably because I killed a dryad. So the bullet travels pretty quick. That's not bad. I think this actually could work really well against that wither. Yeah. Yeah. I like how this is going. I think we got ourselves some, I'd like to find one other thing that's, around so I could shoot it a few times, but just one other thing. There was a chicken, but these are cows and horses and pigs and certainly not bad guys. Why can't I find a bad guy? Come on. Let me find one bad guy to shoot. Really? One? Anywhere? Anywhere? Bueller? Bueller? Well, well, that didn't work because of the lag. All right, let's do it this way. We're gonna hop ourselves up into the air. We're gonna hang glide it. Ooh, why am I taking damage? Slowness and poison. Somebody hit me with something? Huh. We're up a little high, aren't we? Well, anyway, I believe that just for giggles. Yep. No damage. That's so neat. I love that. Anyway, okay, well, it looks like nobody's decided they want to come out and play with the Great Hunter and his handgun of justice. So I think we're going to have to just say the heck with it and go kill us a wither. What do you say? I think it sounds like fun. I'm going to go ahead and cut camera here while me and my pink handgun get the rest of the stuff that we need together. And we will catch back up with you guys here in just, well, for you, just a second. Be right back. Whoa. I'm a little nervous because of the way that the lag is rolling here. We're going to try this anyway, though. Right now, 8,000 life points, so that's a good thing. I'm hoping that's enough to keep me alive. I've got my heal spell ready, just in case. Alright, well, let's do this thing. Whoop, there we go. He's loading up. Oh, baby. He looks upset, too. This is such a great idea. Pink handgun of justice. Time to get working. Yep, here we go. Can I shoot you now? I sure can. Fire! Fire! He's trying to blow himself. Yeah. He's trying to open things up for himself, but he doesn't seem to be coming towards me, which is baffling. I'm perfectly fine with just sitting here blasting his happy self. This is very anticlimactic. Whoa. Oh, no, you don't. Come here. Come here, give me that thing. Okay. So we got our nether cube. Where'd our division sigil go? You didn't give us one. What a... That's disappointing. It didn't give us our division sigil. We're gonna go look for it and see if it was maybe... Did it get... I hope it didn't get burned up. That would be really disappointing. You'll notice, by the way, I'm not taking any damage. I'm just wandering through lava like a jerk. Alright, well the cool thing is that it definitely blew up the wither. So we got that going for us. I don't know why I'm able to jump so high. Huh. Okay, so this whole tunnel didn't matter in the slightest because the wither never got out of the little area that I spawned him in. How strange. I really expected him to... But more importantly, we don't have our division sigil, and I really wanted that division sigil. On the flip side, we learned that this hunter's handgun is a pink pistol of pure power. Holy moly. What a fun little guy that is. Yeah, let's try this. Let's see what happens if I try flying up the... Oh, that's not going to work worth a darn. Getting used to being without a jetpack. It's a strange feeling, let me tell you. Even with haste on, you still go weirdly up the hills. Anyway, okay, I think this is a good place to go ahead and shut it down for the evening. Whoa! Or at least for right now. Oh, wow, I went the wrong way. Hold on. Zip! Zip! It's amazing how fast this thing moves. Okay, so now, well, now we still got to get it. We got to get our hands on a division sigil in order to do the next part of what I wanted to do with the mob spawning and stuff. So that's kind of my next goal, is to get a division sigil together. But that's probably going to involve a whole bunch of me running around in the Twilight Forest doing other silly things and just trying to hunt one up. So anyway, I think that's a good place to shut it down. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciated you coming along. Hope we all learned a little something today. Next time we'll be back with mob farms and doing some other fun stuff. And there we're going to get into, I keep saying it, but we're going to get into mech. Holy moly, load up world. We're going to get into mechanism because there's some very cool stuff you can do with that and Ender IO. I'm going to do both those things, but man, we got a lot on our plates. Catch you next time though. Peace. Oh, one other thing. If you guys do like what you see here, or if you did learn something today, likes and subscriptions really do help me out. So, once again, thanks for watching. Take care. Catch you later.